G'day viewers, today's Vagina video every day in July, if nothing arises, is brought to you by impromptu after work drinks. And as I was having a couple of drinks, you know, my mind went to how shit is Bill Shorten. For international viewers who may not know, and probably for a sizable population of the Australian population, because he's not very memorable, Bill Shorten is the leader of the opposition. He's our alternative to Tony Abbott. Now, admittedly, alternative to Tony Abbott is almost all you have to be for me to support you. But given how fucked Tony Abbott is and how much fuel he gives, as a leader of the opposition, Bill Shorten is singularly uninspiring. Occasionally he does like a stirring speech, but there's no consistency. There's nothing to inspire people. There's nothing to people go, yeah, that's what we're fighting for. Yeah, it seems rather clear that his advisors have gone, oh, just don't do anything, because Abbott's going to fuck up colossally, and the less you do, the less chance there is of you fucking up, which what may well be a winning strategy, but it's a fucking uninspiring strategy. And call me old-fashioned, but if someone wants to get me involved and invested in their politics, I like to be inspired. And Shorten sunk to new depths recently, just talking about the Liberals' policy of, oh, going to turn back the votes, saying, yeah, as Labour, we think that we should look at turn back the boats because it saves lives. Which what it really means is, oh, our market research say there are sufficiently whipped up brain dead racists in marginal seats that we're fucking terrified of. So we want to go, oh no, we're going to be as fucked as the government to the most desperate people in the world. A couple of asides, because people always say this shit like, oh, we're saving people from drowning at sea. No, you're fucking not. You are not saving anyone. What you're doing are making sure they die somewhere else. Okay? These desperate people fleeing persecution who get forced back to where they're being persecuted, and the one I always come back to, the one that blows my mind the most, bunch of Tamil asylum seekers who were handed back to the fucking military of the regime that was persecuting them. That was just like saying, hey, just these guys, shoot them in the fucking head, okay? Just not near our shores, not where any media can find out about it. So long as no one knows that we are directly responsible for these people being tortured and murdered, everything's okay. So every fuckwit Liberal Party supporter who comes up with, oh, drowning at sea, you hate, fuck you, you do not give a fuck about these people dying, because the policy of this government is designed to fucking destroy these people. So fuck you, you stinking racist piece of shit. But I'm going the easy target there, talking about the Liberal Party and their supporters. I was actually complaining about how much Bill Shorten shits me. And another thing that shits me, I've seen this a couple times, like on Facebook groups that people are like, I hate Tony Abbott. When you say, Bill Shorten's kinda fucked, they go, oh no, don't speak against him, you're playing into the Liberals' hand. Or maybe I'm just acting with integrity and saying Shorten and his behaviour is bullshit, and how the fuck did he ever get voted leader, particularly because of the instrumental role he played in the fuck up on both sides with bloody Rudd and Gillard. He's a fucking poisonous, spineless, shifting lizard. How the fuck did he get in the fucking party leader position? I don't understand. And I think things are starting to move around because the Labour Party are having their national conference this weekend, and just after Shorten goes, oh yeah, we go for turn back the boats, one of his main competitors, Anthony Albanese, good old Albo, and I'm not really an Albo supporter, I'm just sort of saying good old Albo. So he's like old school left-wing Labour Party. He's actually just come out and said, no, that's kind of, I don't like that. That's kind of bullshit. And that is serious shots fired. If he can get support for actually shouting Shorten down this weekend, he's probably gearing up to challenge Shorten. Mind you, if Shorten carries the day, as accepted wisdom says he will stay in the role because everyone's too fucking scared to be outrageous. What we need is someone with guts. I always think back to Lyndon Johnson, who was not the most enlightened guy, didn't really care for what the Negroes were going through, but eventually someone reached him and said, no, this is bad, we need civil rights legislation. And when he signed civil rights legislation, he said, well, that loses the South for the Democrats for a generation. That's what's required. Someone to stand up and say, okay, this may actually work against us with some voters, but it's common fucking human decency and we need to do it. So, yeah, Shorten doesn't have that. Shorten has shown no integrity. Shorten has shown no inspirational leadership. So fuck anyone who says I'm playing into the Conservatives' hands by pointing out a Bob Shorten is boring, pointless, and fucking spineless, because that's simple reality. And if you have a problem with someone who's willing to speak the truth, I honestly don't give a fuck.